Let's do this! My 2024 Longchamp bag collection. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. Those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 2 to 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrate yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, today let's do it. This is the biggest collection that I have. It is possibly the brand that I speak about the most. I think it's possibly the brand that's maybe associated with my channel the most, or my channel is associated with, I should say, the most. And this is Longchamp. So, let's get into this. I'm going to put a caveat that I think this is all of my bags. There is one that I know I own that I cannot find, so I will insert photos instead of that one. But let's go for it. Okay, so there are a fair number to get through. Let's start here. So this is a small Pliage. This is a Pokemon collaboration. You can see the Pikachus on here. This is purely decorative for me at this point. Don't tend to use it. Like the black leather, love the print. Wish it was in the medium size, but it has a lot of decorative value. It's a bag that when I first got it, I regretted. I now don't regret. I've spoken about that recently. Do I use it though? Not very much. Next up, another one that's purely decorative. And it is this, I don't even know if you could call this a bag, but it has a little top handle, so why not? So it is this little pouch, which was from the collaboration with Toilet Paper, which is a magazine. I just think it is fun, it is playful. It actually does have a fair amount of capacity. You could very easily fit a phone, a card holder, all of your essentials could easily go in here. And they do, not Longchamp, but places do conversion kits for these pouches. So people do use them as bags, and you could use it as a little top handle. I just choose not to, and I choose to just use it decoratively. But it's a fun little piece. Love the black leather, love the blue. The banana is a little bit saucy. It's just playful and fun. That's what it's about. We'll grab some of the pieces that are in this bag, but let's do this bag first. This is one of my favorite Longchamp bags, and it's one of my most used. This is my Roseau tote. This is in a fabric with these beautiful white leather handles with black glazing. I love this grey, blue and neon yellow. On the interior, it is also a bright yellow. So much capacity. This, I think, is the size of a Neverfull GM. It just can fit so much. I use this a lot. I use this a lot for work, but I've also used it recently. I went into London and I was going to a picnic and I needed to put all of the food and drinks and a blanket and all of that stuff in there that I needed to take. So I took this with me, and it was a great, great bag. I bought this at the Bicester Village outlet, and I've been really happy with it. I love the white leather as a contrast, and I think it is a fabulous, fabulous bag. So in terms of what's inside it, I'm not going to go through these in any great detail. I've spoken about them, but I have my travel bags. So I have this grey Pliage from the original collection. This is in the XL size. Not a huge fan of these, as I've mentioned previously. They're okay, but the reason I don't love them is because there's a cat trying to climb the chair. Hello. Is because they don't come with a shoulder strap. They are too heavy to not have a shoulder strap. So basically, I only use them when I'm traveling and need to put stuff in the car. And I can just pull it straight out the car, put it wherever I'm going. So this one, also have one in lime green in the same size. So in this lime green. Then you have the smaller size. So this was called the large back when I bought them. So I've got this lovely pink, which has a hardware I really like. So it has a gunmetal hardware. I just don't love the original line. I don't love the brown leather. Yeah, not my favorite. If I'm honest, if they did these colors in the club, which is when you see the continuation of the nylon color into the leather, or like they have on the green collection as well, then I would totally love kind of these colours. However, it still doesn't stop the fact that the bag style doesn't work brilliantly for me. So I've got it in this pink. And then I also have the yellow. So this was the first Longchamp bag I ever bought back in 2018. I bought it at the boutique in Stuttgart, Germany. So I have owned this for, gosh, going on 6 years now. I've owned this particular bag. Wow. That's a long time. Wow. So yeah, nearly 6 years I've owned this. And it's in this kind of mustard yellow. Used to use it a lot. Don't use it very much now. Okay, let's go here next to this dust bag, another underutilized piece, but one that I do think will get some use, maybe when I go away at the end of the year, and it is this belt bag. So this is from the Energy collection. It has a gunmetal hardware and this black strap. I really like this. I like the athleisure nature of it. It's very practical. It's easy to use. To be honest, I just don't grab for a belt bag very often. It's not a style of bag that I use all that often, but I do like it. I'm not looking to move it on. I think there will be a time and a place for it. I've just not really used it all that much. I've probably used it 2 or 3 times. But like I said, it's got a good capacity to it. Mine's currently stuffed. It's an easy bag to just grab and go. But possibly one that falls into the regret pile. It was £165. And I've certainly got nowhere near the money back for it yet. But hey, if I have it for however long, I use it regularly, maybe I will recoup the money. One that I used to use a significant amount when I first bought it because I didn't have many bags, and now I just don't use it anywhere near as much. And this is the Pliage Club Backpack. I think this is a great bag, and I think that this is a great starter bag if you're looking at buying into Longchamp. You want to get an understanding of how durable the nylon is. You want to see if it works for you. I do recommend this bag. I use this very, very regularly when I first bought it, so I've certainly got my cost per wear out of it. The last time I used this though, we are talking a good few years, maybe 3 or so years, since I've even picked it up. I don't even think about picking it up these days, if I'm honest. I keep hold of it only because it's not, it's one that I do think maybe I'll grab every now and then, and also it's damaged on the back. It had a beer spilt on it at a rugby game, which has faded over time, but I know it's there. So value-wise, I don't think it has a huge amount of value to it. And also it was a bag I used a lot. So maybe I will, start to use it a little bit more. It's got silver hardware. Longchamp do a lot with silver hardware, which I really like. On the interior, it's stuffed, but it's just kind of an open space. And it also has a back pocket, which is a pretty decent size. It's a really practical bag. These are great if you travel a lot and you want a bag that you can fold up, put in your suitcase, and maybe take for walks, hikes, day trips, all of that sort of stuff. These are great for, so definitely worth thinking about. Now, I had one in pink, which I have since gotten rid of. However, I do also still have the blue. So it's a little bit wrinkled, but I have this blue as well, which I absolutely love the colour of. I wish I had this colour in a top handle. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And you can see what I mean by the club line with having the continuation of the colour of the nylon into the leather and also the straps. I don't use this very much. I probably last used this at the end of last year. Maybe once this year I might have used it, but it's certainly not one that I recall using with any amount of regularity. Just don't grab for backpacks very much, but it's a beautiful colour. It is a great bag. Love the contrast with the silver hardware, and I also love this black stitching. I think it's a really nice version of the bag, and it's a really nice version of the backpack. But when you've got a style that just doesn't suit what you need, you're obviously not going to grab for it very much. And to be honest, these and the belt bag will probably compete. And as you can tell, I don't use that style very often regardless. So then if you've got 3 bags that are competing for the same usage time, and you don't use them very often, it's not going to work out for some of them. And as it happens, it's actually not working out very well for any of them. But anyway, great piece, nice to own, not looking to move it on, but certainly not one that gets a lot of use from me. Let's do a travel bag that has worked out really well for me, and I actually really, really love this. So this is the, this is equivalent, I think, to the large size that I showed you, not the XL. Comes with a shoulder strap. This was from the London store, and it was limited to purchase in the London stores. I bought this from Regent Street. I love it. I love how kind of whimsical and kitsch the teacup is. I think it's beautiful. Love how they brought these pinks into the bag as well, which is a really nice contrast to this kind of emerald bottle green. The black leather is a great choice, along with the strap, and then it's got silver hardware. Great capacity. I really, really like this. This was how much? £230, and it's brilliant, and I've used it a number of times. I enjoy using it. It's fun. Yeah, a great travel bag. Wouldn't buy another because I wouldn't see the need to have another. However, if I needed to replace this, would do so in a heartbeat if they had another version, or even if they had one from one of the limited collections. So for example, the toilet paper collection. Where did I put that pouch? You know, for example, I probably would think about, if this were to come out again and I needed to replace this, I would probably buy this print on this bag. You know, I would think about it. So yeah, the collection has some great pieces. I love their limited pieces, as you can see. This is a great one. Like this very much. Another limited run piece. This was from June 2021. Spoken about it recently. It's a bag that I don't love. I don't dislike, but I don't love. And it is this Pliage. It's from the Pliage collection. It is in the large size, which means it is a 40 centimetre base, whereas a medium would be 30 or 32, and then the small is 23/25. I think dependent on the construction of the bag, but this is a 40 base. Really practical. What I don't love about this particular bag is the way that they've chosen this grey as the fabric. I wish that it was black or a lighter grey, and I think that would have just suited better. But I love the hardware. I love this rainbow horse on the front. Wish it had some pink in it. Maybe if the head was pink instead of red, that would be great. However, you know, it's a great piece. I paid £175 for it. Bought it quite literally 5 minutes, if not sooner, after the email came out to me to say it's available. Hit order, and it came to me. So, you know, I have used it. Not used it loads and loads, but I have used it. It's a nice enough piece. Happy to own it. Not one I'm looking to move on. But it does what I need it to do when I needed to do it. I apologise for that. Poppy suddenly decided she had the zoomies and knocked the tripod. So here we are anyway. So this was one when I didn't have a lot of bags. I used a lot because I was exploring my style. This is a Pliage collection piece as well. This is in the large size. This is a nice print. It's just not a palette that I particularly go for. I have used it. I've used it in the last 12 months, but I think I've only used it once. This is a bag that is one that if I'm going somewhere that I know I need a decent amount of stuff and I just need a bag that I'm not that fussed about, this is one I grab for. They're also not particularly heavily branded, which is nice from time to time. So it's got a fun pattern, but it's not heavily branded. The black leather is a really practical choice. It comes with a shoulder strap, which is great. On the interior, this particular one, if I'm not mistaken, is a beige. Yes, it is. So it's a beige interior, and it just has this small back pocket. So it's not the most practical, because I think this one has a larger back pocket, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a little look. Yeah, this one has a much larger back pocket, which is more practical, because you could put a phone or a card holder or something in this one. You could probably put a card holder in this one, but not a phone. But like I said, this is one that I just grab if I'm going somewhere that I know I don't need to be that fussed about. For example, I might take this, I don't know, if I was going away and I was going to the beach or something, I might grab for this. Or I was going on a day trip, again, I might grab for this. So it is one that I use every so often, but fairly sparingly. Nice enough to own. I think sometimes you need those bags in your collection, don't you? That you're happy to have. They don't, you know, set your heart on fire. You don't absolutely love them, but they have a practicality. I have a lot of bags that just have a practicality for me, and that's okay. This is one of them. Now, the one that I cannot find, but I know I have, and I saw it recently, it's inside another bag. I just can't figure out which one. and I've just gone through my bags and I couldn't find it, but anyway, it is somewhere, and it is my Pliage Neo. This is in the medium size. I'm really disappointed that they discontinued the Neo. I think it's a great line. It's got this beautiful, very silky nylon, really lovely. It's a very thick nylon. It doesn't fold like other Pliages do. I think that's possibly due to the thickness of the nylon. It's a beautiful bag. I've got mine in the color Nordic. You used to be able to buy them in black. You used to be able to buy them in this burgundy color. There was a gray, and then also the Nordic. I wish that they brought them out in more colors because it was a really beautiful bag. It's one that, full disclosure, I use, love, put away, don't pull out again. I used this when I went to Latvia last year. Loved it, raved about it, told you all how I should use it more. I've only used it once since, which is ridiculous. It's a much better bag than I give it the credit for. It is a really good piece. So I definitely don't do it justice, but I wanted to mention it, and actually I do need to find it, so I'm going to take a look. Let's quickly do this one. So I have a few of this size of bag, and I will do them all in fairly quick succession. This is my first My Pliage in the My Pliage Club, and this was my first customized, personalized piece. I love this version. So it is in black nylon with a white leather trim, silver hardware, pink accent button, black glazing, has my initials in silver on the front, and then in a neon yellow it says Living Life Loud. I think this is really fun. I think this is very me. I think it's still chic and sophisticated whilst also having a lot of personality. This is a great piece, very practical, very easy to use. I don't use it a huge amount only because it's sentimental, so I pull it out every so often, but I really do love it. I think this is a beautiful example of the bag. Now, you can't only just buy nylon versions of these bags. A lot of people associate Longchamp with nylon exclusively, and that's just not the case. And here's an example of that. So this is the Pliage Cœur in this beautiful bubblegum pink. So it's this gorgeous leather. Mine has a lovely Longchamp scarf on it as well, a double-sided Longchamp scarf. It's got gunmetal hardware. Hello, puppy. Hi. Do you have something to add to the video, or are you just going to sit there? No, you just want to sit? Okay, never mind. So it's in this beautiful pink. I've used this, again, sparingly. I think it's a beautiful bag. But I just grab for others. To be honest, I tend to grab for a Bayswater over this. So I tend to find myself using this instead of this. And I don't really know why, but they fill a similar purpose for me, and I just tend to grab for the Bayswater. However, this is very beautiful, very practical. It's got a great shoulder strap on it, which can also go crossbody. It sits quite high when it's crossbody, but it can go crossbody. But it is a great shoulder strap, super comfy. It's a beautiful bag, should get used more. However, for what I paid for it, I got this at the outlet. It would have been 5 something in boutique. At the outlet, it would have been 3 something. It had been there for a while and it was down to 2 something. Then they had an additional sale and I paid 147. I mean, phenomenal value. Phenomenal. Let's be honest. One that's not so much my taste. The bag style is, but the palette isn't so much my taste. However, I use this bag a lot and I am very complimentary of this bag, and for good reason. And this is my Longchamp Roseau. When I bought this, it was the large size. It's called the XL. Mine is in this great canvas, monogrammed canvas or logoed canvas typography with this lovely mock croc. I'm a huge fan of mock croc, as you know. It's got this burgundy mock croc, big silver hardware. On the interior, it's a big open space, but with great pockets on either side. It's a super chic top handle bag. You can popper it, you can unpopper it, like you can on the totes, so it can have more capacity or less capacity. This is honestly a super duper bag. They don't bring it out in the variation of colours, particularly in the larger size that I would like to see. I would buy another one if they brought it out in some different colours, maybe the colours that I've got my tote in. I would totally buy one of these, totally. sad joke, Nick. That was not good. But yes, this is a very good bag. It's well made, it's very well constructed. I've used this a number of times, has feet, and it's holding up really, really well. This is one that when I want to be a little bit more pared back, despite it having this Longchamp typography all over it, I do tend to grab for, because I find it to be still a very chic and sophisticated and actually quite understated bag. I really enjoy this. Great piece, great for work. Don't use it so much out of work. Maybe once or twice I've used it, but I think it's a phenomenal, phenomenal work bag. I also love the Aspinall of London totes. Love a Bayswater. This is certainly up there. Bayswaters, London totes, and Rousseau's fabulous work bags. Can't fault them. Now we're on the home stretch and we've still got a fair few bags to get through, but I can do them in quite quick succession. So let's do this one. This is the newest acquisition of mine. It is this beautiful Longchamp Essential Large Tote. I bought mine in the ecru with the strawberry trim. You can also buy it with a black leather trim or a green leather trim. I bought this in the Longchamp seasonal sale. Great, great bag. It's slightly smaller than the other tote that I have. So I class that one much more as like an XL. This one I would say is more of a medium. But it's a great, great tote. This is what it looks like on the interior. I've taken the organizer out so that I can fit in all of the bags that I'm going to show you next, which I will do in quick succession because they are all identical in terms of the style. They are just different variations. So let me start off with this particular one. So this is a medium club top handle, and this is in the colour Cactus with a cobalt blue glazing and stitching, silver hardware, and I have a scarf wrapped around the handles, as you can see. One of the fabulous things with the Pliage line, dependent on the versions that you get, is the fact that you are able to fold them, because look how practical that is. If you need lots of variations, I've got 7 bags in here, and they're all just folded in there. So think for travel, how fabulous that is. So this is a great piece. Love the green. I think green is a fabulous colour. Love pairing green with pink and purple, but I think it's a colour that can basically go with anything, and I love this cactus colour. I think it's beautiful. Then we have bought this at the same time as the cactus, and it is this beautiful, bright, vibrant yellow, which has the white glazing, stitching and button. This is also a club with silver hardware. This colour is very creatively called yellow, and it's got the beautiful yellow leather. Don't use this one significant amount. I find yellow quite a hard colour to style, if I'm honest, but it's a beautiful piece. It's fun, it's vibrant, it's got, you know, for summer, I think it's fantastic, which is making me think, why have I not used this so far in the summer? Okay, I need to use this. Commitment. In the next 2 weeks, I'm going to use this. I'll insert a styling photo when I do. So we're going to challenge ourselves here. So we're going to use this. But I think it's fun and playful and vibrant. I have not used this one for a little while, but I will. Next up, we have my first piece from the green collection. So the green collection replaced the club. So it takes a lot of the design cues from the club, particularly with the continuation of the nylon colour into the leather. However, the green collection was Longchamp's journey towards using recycled materials, being more sustainable. So a really positive step, I find. So one of the things that makes this also noticeable as a green collection is the fact that it has the green here on the ears, even though the glazing itself is white, and this has the white accent. So this was in the colour Snow. This was a launch colour. There was a red, a blue, a khaki, and this. This was the first one that they discontinued, so it was limited within the launch colours. And I snapped this one up. I absolutely love this. And this was the first bag that I bought from my current sales associate. And I bought this back in 2020, I want to say. September 2020, maybe? Is that right? Yeah, that feels about right. 21? I'm not sure, it was years ago. Anyway, great piece, great capacity, same features as all of the others. So a lot of the time with Longchamp, it's just figuring out which of the collections works best for you. Do you prefer the energy line and the features that come with that? Do you prefer the original because you like the brown leather? Do you prefer the green collection? You know, what is it that works well for you? Figure that bit out and you're golden. So we've got that one. Then we have this one, which is in this beautiful blue. This throws slightly purple tones as well as blue. It's got this great silver hardware. This is also a green collection piece. Has a silver button. Sorry about that. Has a silver button, silver hardware. It has the green ears. And then it's got the stitching in the blue and the blue leather. Really nice, not used enough. Definitely need to use this more. Just recently put this scarf on it. I had a rotation of the handles, of the scarves that went onto my handles of my bags. Put this one on here. Need to use this one a bit more. This goes really nicely with my blue Karl Lagerfeld coat, and it's just too warm at the moment to use that puffer jacket. So I probably will use this more in the winter maybe. I think this is a nice cool tone that can be great for winter. Next up, this one is very sentimental. I bought this at the start of my mental health journey. This was a 6-month milestone bag for me. It's in this beautiful fuchsia. This is also a club line. It has black contrast glazing, the button, and it's in this beautiful fuchsia, like I said. This is a sentimental piece for me. Don't use it very much anymore, just because I want to preserve it. I love what it stands for in my life. I love looking at it, and I don't feel a desperate need to use it. I love what it stands for me. So we've got this one. Then we are down to our final 2 bags. Let's do this one. I love this one. I wasn't sure about this design when I first did it, and I'm so happy that I did it. So it is this Pliage medium top handle from the My Pliage personalization collection. So it is this beautiful kind of dusty pink with the white leather. I went for a pink glazing this time, silver hardware, my initials in silver, and then it has the word sassy written in it, which is something that I get called fairly regularly. I take it as an absolute compliment, wear it like a badge of honor. Again, it has all of the practicalities of the other bags. Something I probably should mention as well is how light they are. That's what's so great with them as well for travel, etc. So what I've done before is I've gone away and I've taken 4 or 5 of these, one organizer, 4 or 5 of these, and it's done me for the whole trip because I've just changed out the color and the variation of this bag, and it's done me really well. So I've got that one, which I absolutely love. And then let's round this out. Let's land this plane with my newest personalized piece, which is one of my most subtle pieces. And it is this one. So it is also a medium top handle from the My Pliage collection. But what I have done is gone for black nylon, black leather, fuchsia pink glazing, fuchsia pink button, and the fuchsia pink logo. So this is one that they could easily bring out as just part of the collection. So there's nothing on this that is so unique to me. It's not got my initials. It's not a color combination that's completely out of the realms of possibility for them to create. They just haven't, to my understanding so far. However, I do think it would sell well if they were to. So it's just one open space inside. Haven't used this one yet. Looking forward to it though. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful example of the bag. I mean, I won't lie. I think I design pretty good personalized Longchamp pieces. So Longchamp, if you happen to be watching and you want to collab on a collection, let me know. I think it would sell quite well. So, you know, not to toot my own horn, but there we are. So we've got this one. And there we have it, everyone. I mean, I don't even know how many bags that was. We're creeping towards 30 Longchamp bags, I want to say. I will probably put the number in here once I've counted. It's excessive. I've got one more. I've got one more. I've got one more. Oh, okay. My Longchamp clutch bag. So this clutch bag is in this camo print, so it's grey, black and orange. It's got the large Longchamp logo on the front. It's got this wrist strap here. Practical, easy to use, white, clean, fun, different. You know, do I use it very often? No, I don't, because the palette isn't one that I grab for very often. However, with an all black outfit, I think this really pops. With neutrals, I think this really pops. I don't own any sort of orange clothing, but if I did, I think it would suit this as well. I think it's fun, it's different in my collection, and it is so practical. So practical. It's got this orange interior, card slots. You can fit so much in this for an evening bag or a tech pouch. Great piece. Anyway, now we're done. Now we're done. I'm confident in that. Yes, I'm confident in that. So there we have it. That is my Longchamp collection. This is always a long video. Thank you so much for bearing with me. If you have, please put a racehorse down below in the comment box. Really appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed seeing my collection. Would love to know what you think of Longchamp. Thank you so much as always for watching. I look forward to seeing my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.